Bit of a different video. I'm going to react to this video, the biggest cheating drama in chess history. I saw a headline on the BBC, and I read the first bit, and it was hilarious. So let's just get the full deal from the man Ludwig over on Mogul Mail.
It's always harder to make these videos when I'm personally involved in them. It's even harder when I have to talk about a story involving one of my best friends. And that's exactly what we have to do here today.
What does this t-shirt say? Commit tax fraud.
Well,
is that Barney? Is it Barney the dragon? I mean, the dinosaur?
welcome back to Mogul Mail, everybody. Today we are talking about Magnus Carlsen, a.k.a. #1 best chess player all time, a.k.a. my best friend, who's been in some drama recently in the chess world. Ooh, chess drama. This is new and exciting. What is it? What is it?
Chess
what
drama.
is it? Well, let's start with this clip right here. All right, this happened today.
D4 because this is his main move.
This is the second move of a match in a tournament between Magnus Carlsen and Hans Niemann.
D4, knight f6, c4. Yeah, definitely. And what?
And if you
Lost.
haven't noticed, at the top right here, it says lost. And that's because Magnus Carlsen resigned from the game.
What?
And then immediately turned off his camera.
Second move, I'm out of here.
He said no and leaves. Goodbye. But why? Why would the world's
See
best
ya.
player do that in a chess game where he probably has a great chance at winning? Well, for that, let's get some background on the two main players in this story, which is one, Magnus Carlsen, again, best chess player in the world, highest rating. He's the 10-year running champion who has a bit of drama against Hans Niemann,
Number
who's an
49.
American player who had the greatest win of his career just 2 weeks ago when he beat Magnus Carlsen. That's right. Hans beat Magnus, which, if you don't
Hans.
know chess, it's like whatever. A guy loses, that happens. No. Magnus Carlsen had not lost a classical game of chess in 53 games. All right? And it's his first loss with white in over 2 years. 2 years he hasn't lost, and then he loses to some kid. I mean, Hans is
I think what he's about to talk about is what I read.
19 years old, and it's probably his worst rated loss ever. All right. Basically, it's like losing to the Browns in anything, or by that measure, any Ohio team. Not that Hans isn't a great player, more so just how young he is and for the rating he was at. And it shot Hans to over 2,700 rating and made him one of the best players in the world. Technically a super GM, a level above GM. But it was a bit weird because although he won, what Magnus did after is withdrew from the tournament and then tweeted out this video, popular meme.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
Which led a lot of people to speculate that Magnus thought Hans was cheating. And the speculation went so far that other GMs like Hikaru were on stream talking about it, insinuating that Hans was cheating because he's maybe even done it in the past. All right.
Oh,
there were running theories. This is real, by the way, that he was using anal beads that vibrate when he had the correct move.
That's probably
That's what I saw. The guy apparently was sat there with anal beads. I mean, who was going? Oh, that's the one. Zzzt.
a good one, right? An anal bead probably would beat the thing. I'm serious. If the engine,
Which crazy. This is real, by the way. This is an insider article about it. There was even a campsite that offered him $1 million to play chess naked to prove he didn't cheat, which is just.
I mean, the beads up his arse, you still wouldn't see it, would you? I don't know how anal beads work, but yeah, when I read this, I thought, that next person on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, is it A? Denmark? B?
It's a marketing plug. He's 19, kind of weird, all right, to that campsite. But why all the accusations? Well, Hans will admit it here himself.
When I was 12, I have never, ever in my life cheated in an over-the-board game, in an online tournament. They were unrated games. And I'm admitting this, and I'm saying my truth because I do not want any...
What, did he say he has cheated?
They were an unrated, ever in my life cheated in an...
Hans will admit it here himself.
When I was 12, I have never, ever in my life cheated in an over-the-board game, in an online tournament. They were unrated games. And I'm admitting this...
Cheated in unrated games.
And I'm saying my truth because I do not want any misrepresentation. I am proud of myself that I learned from that mistake and now have given everything to chess. I have.
So he admits that he cheated. He basically admits that he cheated. And any time that you say I cheated, but not a great start to a sentence, that you have to qualify when you cheated. He says he's never cheated in over-the-board games, which is like where all the prestigious tournaments are held.
It's harder to cheat in an over-the-board game, isn't it? Surely, if you're online, it's not like loads of frauds play online, is it? But if you're playing on a computer and you're versus being sat on it, you can't cheat when you're sat over unless you've got something up your arse that vibrates every time. I mean, how did he even say? How does that even work? Like, because you're just staring at a board. You're not talking out loud. I'm thinking of moving my bishop. Somebody somewhere must have been saying, oh, it'd been so easy to mess with him.
And then he cheated a couple times online, specifically when he was 12 to boost his rating so he could play better people, and when he was 16 and streaming because I think he had felt pressure to be better and make more money and make it a viable career, which sounds like a long time ago. Like, I cheated when I was 16. He's 19. So it was 3 years ago.
Yeah, I haven't cheated since I was 16.
Oh. I knew him when he was 16. In fact, he spoke different. This is like a different conspiracy theory that I even care a little bit more about. But I have a video on my channel of me playing Hans when he was 16 years old. It came out like a couple years ago. Just listen to Hans's voice then.
So in chess, like you have like titles.
Yeah.
Like Grandmaster's the highest one, International Master's the second highest one, and like to get those titles, you need to perform like at a certain level in like 3 different tournaments called norms.
Makes sense. He also just sounds like a normal, like a American kid. What happened?
When I was 12, I've never, ever in my life cheated in an...
He's got fucking anal beads up his ass while he's talking.
over-the-board game.
He sounds all fancy now.
Ever in my life cheated in
Probably can't get him out. He's waiting for batteries to run out.
He sounds all fancy now. I don't know. Maybe when you get GM, you like have to put on a bit of an accent. You gotta speak a little fancy. Maybe some social accent or something.
Talking posh.
Anyway, that's it. He says, I admit to cheating. It was in the past. I'm clean now. Drama should be over, right?
Yeah. So how do you cheat without the anal bead?
Wrong. Chess.com then tweets this out. Last few days have been tumultuous in the chess community. At this time, we've reached out to Hans to explain our decision to remove him from chess.com in our events. We shared our details with him concerning our decision, including information that contradicts his statements, a.k.a. you cheated more than you admitted to cheating, and we are mad at you for not admitting how much you cheated, and so we are now banning you from our website. Which begs the question, when he cheated originally, why didn't you leak it? Were you just protecting him because he was a kid?
Because he's an online influencer, or he's a famous, and he's on the rise. I don't know. We just changed the fucking rules for everybody.
Why don't you just show us the information now? That would make a lot of things more clear, rather than everyone who's on the sidelines speculating. Makes the drama a lot hotter, though. I'll admit that. All right?
He's never going to get over the anal bead thing, is he?
And then here is an interesting tidbit. This one I think it goes to the point. Did he cheat? Because that's the main question. Did he cheat?
I thought they proved he's cheated.
Why did Magnus?
And by the way, people, if you're going to comment saying it's annoying that I've stop and start for a reaction video, I've got to stop and start to change the video a little bit. Otherwise, I mean, I'll put a link below in the description. You could have just gone and watched the full thing, right?
Why did GMs accuse him of maybe cheating? Did he cheat? Listen to this. Why did GMs? It goes to the point. Did he cheat? Because that's the main question. Did he cheat? Why did Magnus withdraw?
Because most people on YouTube now, they cut out the bits. They cut out the talking, but I think he just did it in real time then. Like if you watch like information channels on YouTube, it annoys me because when you notice it, you can never unnotice it. They literally cut out in the edit the gaps between the words or the sentences, and they go and it just jumps all the time. It's right annoying. But yeah, Ludwig did this on his own, I think.
And then here is an interesting tidbit. This one I think it goes to the point. Did he cheat? Because that's the main question. Did he cheat? Why did Magnus withdraw? Why did GMs accuse him of maybe cheating? Did he cheat?
He didn't, but...
It's not bad, yeah. He played quite poorly, so... I didn't do anything special.
Hans, where's the voice from?
I think I played quite well. But I was actually very fortunate.
He's took the beads out, and he's turned in. All of a sudden, he's gone, I think I played quite well. The batteries have died.
This opening came on the board, and I looked at this today. And
you guessed this opening today?
No, I didn't guess it.
You're born in San Francisco.
Some miracle I had checked this today, and it's like it's
He's Russian.
such a ridiculous miracle.
It's turning into an evil Russian boss of the chess world.
That I don't even remember why I checked it. I just when I saw
him. Shut up.
Now here he is saying that in the game that he beat Magnus Carlsen, again, 2 weeks ago, in the game that he beat Magnus, he had miraculously decided to check the opening line. Because when you're really good at chess, you sometimes prepare for certain opening lines, aka the first 20 moves of the games. I know everything that's going to happen and everything that you're going to do, and we're going to do the same thing. And then after that, we can no longer work from memory. We have to figure out the puzzle that is before us. He prepared for this one that Magnus was going to do. One key issue with that, Magnus has never, ever played that line in his life.
What?
He's never played the G3 Nimzo ever. Wait a second. I mean,
Anal Bead sorts of the G3 Nimzo out.
He's never played G3, and Hans is claiming that he prepped it up to move 20 before.
What?
Kinda weird.
On the morning of the event, I just thought I'd research the G3 Nimzo, program it into my anal beanage.
I don't think that outright means he's cheating, by the by. But he prepared for a line that Magnus has never done that he happened to do that day and then beat him. It's just kind of weird.
How the hell did he know that?
They had like metal detectors and shit. I don't think that...
Picks up an anal bead.
That guy stuck anal beads in his ass to cheat him. I don't think he did that.
Do a strip search. Spread your legs and cough.
If he did, honestly, could make a TV show about that. King's Gambit, who knows? Here's the theory, again, all speculative, all right, that I think is the most accurate, okay? And this comes from some random-ass commenter. And, I'll trust it because I do trust random comments on Reddit, and that's how I make my investment strategies, so it's not too much of a stretch for me to believe this. Magnus suspected there was a mole, a leaker in his inner circle, someone very close to him. Not me. I'm his best friend.
Has to be, right?
Together. So he prepped an obscure line he had never played before, and his suspicions were confirmed when Hans fell for the trap. Hans admitted in the post-game interview that it was a miracle that he prepped for that opening the morning prior to the game. Yeah, sure. Magnus did not bolt the tournament.
What? So is this why... I'm just spat on my computer. So if you think someone's lying... It was Thingy Vardy. It was Rebecca Vardy. So you just tell all your mates different ones you're going to start with and see which one the guy plays to. And then when he played that first move, that's why he pissed off, because he knew the guy had... His chest, I don't understand what I'm on about.
Because he lost the game. He stormed out due to his feelings of a supreme betrayal. In time, we will find out who Judas was. Judas betrayed Jesus for 30 silver coins. Okay, chess fans are kind of...
We will find out who is Judas, and then he explains who Judas is. Judas betrayed Jesus.
All right? It's like an off-breed of theater kids who have a little more vanity and think they're a little bit smarter. Come on, you got to give them some slack there. Anyway, that's it. That's the team.
Judas
so now,
betrayed Jesus.
Seems like for the foreseeable future, anytime Magnus plays Hans, he's just going to resign, which makes tournament standings really weird and tournament structure.
Yeah, but surely the guy that's kicked off chess.com isn't allowed in tournaments. But even then, how can he keep cheating? Just stop telling your mates what you're going to do.
And everything's very
or just stop
awkward.
Cheating.
All right, it's like when you go to a friend's house and their parents start fighting, but you still got to finish your plate. And it's going to be really fucking awkward every time you're there, but that's how it's going to be. And that's it. It's all speculative as it stands until chess.com releases how Hans cheated and how it contradicts what he said, or Magnus reveals what he thinks, but he probably won't do that because why would he do that? I mean, he's basically retired. He withdrew from being the world champion. He's not going to play in that match. He's just playing for funsies. So nothing, onus isn't on him. Hans can't prove that he didn't cheat if he actually didn't cheat. And if he did cheat, why would he prove that he did cheat? Might as well keep it a secret. So what's he going to do?
Surely once you've cheated,
feels like
you're
we're
done.
At a standstill. Here's one option. All right, Magnus, Hans, play at the Ludwig $100,000 salty sweet money match. All right, and you both play with me. And you can't cheat. And
you need a room that's got anal bead blocker software.
Now you know what? You both have to use anal beads. That way you can't use your own. And now that's just getting weird. Anyway, that's my idea. What do you guys think? Thanks for watching. A little bit of chess drama to take it away.
Oh man, that is nuts. Go check out Ludwig. I'm sure most people follow him anyway. But if you want to keep on top of the dramas of the world, the cheaters in anal bead chessage. Yeah, they're gonna have to. Every TV show in going forward is gonna have to check for anal beads. Thanks for watching. Punk out.